All right, y'all, it is currently Monday. We have a new week and obviously episode number 2 of the series to the Dream Car. And we are starting off with a banger. We got the last winning day for the $20,000 payout across my Top Step accounts and my Lucid accounts. So let me show you. Top Step and Lucid accounts, securing 4K balance and 5 winning days across both the firms. So bang, that is $20,000. I will be requesting Monday evening once the trading day is done. So that means tomorrow we have a free day. I'll sleep like a baby tonight and I'll take you with me for a day in my life. Probably, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but hopefully I do something exciting. I'm planning on going to like the farmer's market, whatever. I'll find something to do with my free day I have. Well, I'm waiting to request the payout. But yeah, great way to start the week because this was like my main stressor, right? The biggest issue with sizing heavy is you obviously need to go through the winning day period, and it takes a while because, right, if you're a good boy like me, you just literally, it's either you get 150 bucks or you don't get 150 bucks. So I literally went win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, and it took like 7 to 8 trading days. And obviously within that 7 to 8 trading days, I would have loved to size into a setup. And now that I finally got this set of pretty much payouts secured, I finally get to be able to size it back into trades. So starting on starting on Wednesday, I'll be able to size back into positions and hopefully I can run back pretty much the 4K balance and then request another $20,000. That is my plan to just do this entire challenge. Just keep the buffer, smack another trade, maybe a 1-to-1 or a 1-to-1.2. Get $2,000 more, then bang, winning days again, and request my bread, yo. So yeah, I'll catch you guys tomorrow for Tuesday morning. I'll take you with me, day in my life, and I'll catch you guys then. Also, I forgot to mention, I'll recap every single trade I took this week at the end of the video. So if you want to watch that for the education, that will be at the end. And with that being said, I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, y'all, it is Tuesday morning, so we're about to hop on call with the Discord for the pre-market analysis and then go on with the day. So yeah, I'll catch you guys after that. All right, just wrapped up the pre-market analysis call and we are about to tag this weekly gap on NQ finally. So pretty solid draw on the day. Again, I got my winning day yesterday, so I'll just be requesting my payouts today. So it is a chill day for me. So I'm gonna go on to my morning routine, Santa Cruz electrolytes, go down, get a walk. So come with me.
Reps up, OVO, you already? All my niggas so hungry, man, they just see what they kill. I like convertible Bentleys and houses deep in the hills. I might tell the whole crew come through. My squad gotta roll through, come through. Tell the young high school kids keep dreaming because they sure do come true. Then I say, this that fucking mob shit. This that fucking player shit. This that shake your bottle up and bust the top and spray the shit. Bitches getting dug out like where all the fucking players sitting. Like you just got traded, girl, you don't know who you're playing with. Oh yeah, oh yeah. My sound is what up right now. I've been down, but I'm up right now. Nigga been backstroking and breaststroking through that lane that you left open, man. I don't give a fuck right now. Let a nigga swim in the pussy on the.
The New York session draw liquidity has been hit. The weekly gap just smacked. Fucking A+ setup, went higher, dumped. Absolutely beautiful. We got Noel, first 10K month secured today. Group fucking smacked that shit. Literally, what a goated morning. Payouts coming in on my end. Group getting payouts. I mean, what a goated way to start the morning. So with that being said, going to hop on the recap call with my Discord, and then after that, we're going to enjoy the day, hit the gym, do some activities, and yeah, so good Tuesday so far.
About to go drown in the cup right now. Holla at me. Yeah, I got 2 tanks coming through, and they do whatever I want them to. Yeah, we call that scheming up. We call that scheming up. We call that scheming up for real. I used to drive the Acura to school. Now I don't touch the wheel unless it's new. Yeah, we call that scheming up. We call that scheming up. We call that scheming up for real.
Passing up on pretty women every day.
Do that shit.
I like getting money, I love getting paid. Bitches tell me that I look like 40 every day. That's okay.
All right, just got back from the gym and got a nice little back day in, and unfortunately, I have to walk my dumbass down to Chase Bank right now to send a wire of $11,000. Fuck. So, you might be asking why. If you guys did not know, I have been building an app, a mobile app over the past 2 months, and I had a developer that helped me do it, so it's just his payment for helping me build the app. So if you guys want to check it out, obviously I'm not going to hard promo, but the app is called Tax Flow. So if you've gotten payouts before, it will help you save money on taxes. It is available in the App Store. So that is what I'm about to go do. Go down to Chase, send that wire, and then gonna go to the farmer's market and get some nice healthy food. So I'll catch you guys at the farmer's market.
Okay, I go and fuck them 40 minutes straight. Hey, showing up the 40 minutes late. Just send 40 to the H, put 40 in the safe. Hey, I got 40 on my neck and wrist. OVO sound boy got 40 on the mix. Mix, all I do is mix. All my things are mixed, and I make them mix. That means I make them kiss, I make them pop, I make them strip. Top C.
All right, y'all just finished grilling up some steaks. Now it is payout time. 10K across my Top Step accounts, and then $10,000 across my Lucid accounts. So about to request this and then go rock climb. So I'll catch you guys.
I just sprinkle with my fingertips.
No money.
I just got back from rock climbing and just gonna chill for the night. It is beautiful night here in Dallas. Nice sunset. So yeah, just gonna enjoy the bread. Hit the bank already. Shout out Lucid, instant payouts. Shout out Top Step, instant payouts. So yeah, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Well, this will definitely be an entertaining series because today was actually insane. Actually insane. So I've cooled off. It is later in the day. It is currently Wednesday, 4:30 in the afternoon. Sorry, you guys are just gonna have to hear me yap. You guys probably saw my social media posts on the absolute BS that happened to me this morning. I'm being dead honest. Like, this is definitely the most emotional roller coaster trading day I've ever had in my entire life. So I'll try to just sum up the story very quickly. But last night, obviously, like, I've been plotting on this trade since the week opened. We tagged into the weekly. I took an hourly close, and I literally stayed up at night in order to get this entry. I stayed up until 3 a.m. to get this fill based off the hourly candle closure towards previous day high. Obviously, I'll recap this trade at the end of the video. But like, beautiful trade, like genuinely A+. I've been waiting for this setup, waiting for this setup, waiting for this setup, and it shows up, and I smack it with good size. I risked my entire drawdown, pretty much risked. It was like a 1-to-1. Risk 2 bands to make 2 bands and to be able to get to my 4K balance again. So I'm able and eligible to, now I obviously would need my winning days, but I would have locked in another $20,000 payout, and that would have put me at $40,000 in payouts for the month of May, right? Amazing. I would have been pretty much like 2/3 of the way done-ish with the car fund. I was like, I'm the fucking man. I am the GOAT. I'm literally a living legend. I'm gonna get this challenge done within like a month and a half. And oh my gosh, you guys do not even understand. So again, you're just gonna have to bear with me here. But so, right, keep in mind, I'm staying up all night long, sleep deprived, just watching this trade so I can like mitigate my risk and actually manage the trade. Because bro, like, there's certain setups that literally you just like, you have to wait for. And when they show up, you have to smack them. If you're patient enough, you can take them with a lot of size. And that is exactly what I did here, right? I've been plotting on that setup, boom, I smack it. I'm staying up all night, sleep deprived. I wake up, it still has not hit going into the New York session. We have edge previous day high 4 times. We have edge previous day high 4 times going to New York AM. And right, so obviously when I go for the winning days, I just set risk parameters on my account, because I'll always say this, I would much rather just have like risk parameters set and like a daily lockout set, just so it's really impossible for me to blow the payout. So I always do that, right? So I had a daily loss limit of just $500 set on all my accounts, and I kind of just took a quick assumption, because when you request payouts on Top Step, it resets your copy trader, and I kind of just thought the same thing, but it really was not running through my head, right? So I'm in this trade. It's a fucking A+ trade. Like, it's going to hit, like it was guaranteed going to hit. Beautiful setup, right? But off market open. So again, my daily, so keep in mind, my daily loss limit is $500. So we're like right next to the draw, off open, we wick lower, we go back up, we fail to retake previous day high, then we wick lower once again, and by 2 points, it stopped me out in drawdown for the daily loss limit of $500 by 2 points with one wick, and then we immediately deliver back to previous day high to my draw liquidity, and the trade plays out, right? So keep in mind, like this was the first trade after just requesting the 20 bands I just did, and it would have been 2K per account, and I would have secured another 20K in payouts, right? Amazing. But no. I guess shit just can't be that easy, and I guess you guys are needed, like, just, I mean shit, it's probably what you guys want to see, me fail, me struggle, me have to fucking go through things, but I mean, it was really hard. Like, obviously I'm fine now, like, I was tripping for like an hour, but I mean, bro, like, that is literally $20,000 literally ripped out of your hands. Yes, it's a user error. Obviously, I didn't notice that the daily loss limit was on. Yes, it was my fault, but like, it is a gut-wrenching feeling when you execute exactly how you wanted to. You played it perfectly, and the trade played out, yet I'm sitting here with my dick in my hands, locked out of my accounts with a minus $500 on the day because my daily loss limit, and I'm watching price deliver, and literally just 20 bands evaporate in front of my eyes, and it's just like, bro, like, obviously, like, that shit's hard, but like, I just posted on Twitter, like, realistically, right, it's the past. At the end of the day, if I let this affect me, then I'm obviously probably not gonna like run up and just continue banging out this challenge, right, and just continue banging out payouts. I just need to put it in the past, fully forget it, because if I let it keep in my mind, it will clearly dictate my kind of actions going forward, right? So it's really just neat. Like, I need to flush it. Yes, like, that was literally boom, 20 bands. That would have been the next payout, but it's the past. There's nothing I can do about it. There's nothing I can do about it. So why would I let it affect my future actions, right? It's just like saying, damn, I lost the previous basketball game, so I'm just gonna play like shit because I'm pissed off because I lost, right? Like, you just need to flush it, and that's the true difference between a consistent, profitable trader and someone who just constantly stays in that loophole. Because like, I've seen people do it. I've done it myself once, where a pure absolute bullshit case scenario happens like this. Like, taken out of a trade, it would have been a huge trade, secured a lot of money. Like, bro, like, I don't care who you are. $20,000 is a good amount of bread. Like, I don't care if you're fucking, okay, Jeff Bezos is a crazy example, but $20,000 is a good amount of money, but that is literally a down payment on a whip, on a nice whip. Like, bro, like, it is, you're clearly going to be emotional, and if you let that, like, it can genuinely, like, dictate your next week and put you in, like, a psychology hole of like a month straight, because you're like, oh my gosh, I feel obligated to make up for this bullshit mistake that happened. And in reality, like, you're not obligated to do anything. And if you feel like that, you're most likely just going to do straight bullshit trying to get back to that point, right? So at the end of the day, I just need to continue executing on the system, and that is what is going to get me to like 60, 70 bands of payouts, so I can get my dream car. So that's how today's going, man. Clearly frustrating, but shit, I mean, it makes it a bit more fun for you guys to watch, see me overcome this bullshit challenge. Bro, that would have put me in such a good spot, 40K in payouts. Oh, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Persevere and continue running it up like it never happened, and we'll crush it. So with that being said, I'll see you guys tomorrow and see if we take a trade on Thursday. Peace. All right, y'all, it is still Wednesday, the day of the catastrophe, but so Asia has opened up, and bro, it has been moving oh so clean as of late. So we are currently in a position on NQ based out of this 4-hour to the stacked highs. And I realistically think there's no way this does not hit. Oh my gosh, this has been the most hectic, stressful trading week I've ever had in my entire life, and it is literally week 2 of this series. So you guys remember yesterday, absolute catastrophe of emotions, catastrophe of just user error, daily loss limit, all that bullshit. So right, we were only down $500 on the accounts. It is all good. I now have 1.5K of drawdown left in my accounts. And how do I trade? I size heavy into my trades. I size damn near at least half my drawdown, if not the entire drawdown. So yesterday, or I guess today, I saw a beautiful trade and I executed it. I risked my entire drawdown. I had left 1.5K to make 2.5K for 1.5R. And oh my gosh, when I tell you, I think it was a sign from God that he did not want me to get this next $20,000 payout across these accounts, because so it was an overnight trade. I took it in Asia, and I kid you not, I wake up to price edging me by 20 points, my take profit by 20 points. And I was not really able to manage the position because I was asleep, and I wake up in drawdown and I blew my accounts. So I blew all 10 of the accounts after 2 days in a row. 2 days in a row, literally being in, like, I literally had the next $20,000 payout, like, fucking grasping its nuts. Like, I literally had that in my pockets, yet it did not land in my pockets. It is now a set of blown accounts. So it's like, it's so frustrating. It's such highs, lows. Again, I started the week 20 bands to the bank. And then I fumbled 20 bands twice this week. So literally insane. But yeah, so I blew the accounts on that trade. Again, you guys might say I'm retarded, but I stick to my system. Yeah, I believe in the draw. I believe in my stop loss. It is what it is. Fucking set and forget it at the end of the day. If my idea is right, the trade hits, right? Obviously, I do believe I could have managed this trade a little bit better, which I will get into again at the end of the video, showing exactly why I execute all the trades I do. But with that being said, it is not all bad news, because today, obviously, I blew my accounts, and then I have passed 10 more accounts, 5 Top Step accounts, and then 5 Lucid accounts. And then in Asia tonight, so this is now for Friday's session, Thursday's night, I fully passed the account. So first try, 1 shot, 1 kill, back to 10 XFAs, literally within 24 hours of blowing the previous set. So it is not all too bad. We are right back in the swing of things. And actually, talk about in the swing of things, I am currently in a long position on those fresh 10 XFAs, and we just ended up re-sweeping Asia high and the internal high. So gladly I'm able to mitigate my stops to break even. I did not have to sweat this trade out all night long, literally sweating bullets. So again, this trade is to all-time highs, a simple continuation out of the hourly, and really the only area that I am afraid of is right here. I think if we can close above this area right here and then start putting in secondary lows, I think there's really no way we don't go to all-time highs. We are only around 200 points away from all-time highs from this current area and price. So I truly believe as long as we can kind of close through this hourly right here and start putting in lower highs above this internal structure right there, I think I'll be all set. But again, my stops are at break even, so I'll able to sleep a little bit better tonight, thank goodness. But yeah, you guys might be saying, bro, like why do you move so quickly? Why do you size so heavy on accounts? Bro, it is like, you need to realize the ROI with prop firms. This is how they are meant to be traded. You're not supposed to sit here and risk $200 like it's a live account. At the end of the day, you need to utilize what the main purpose is, and that is giving you leverage to size in and get your money, right? Get your money and get out. So obviously I would have liked to secure the 20 bands with the buffer I already had, but unfortunately God did not want me to get those, and we needed a lesson to be learned, right? Obviously I learned a lesson that I need to manage my positions better, and obviously it led me to blowing my accounts. And then the day prior, I guess the lesson learned there is always check my settings before, I guess, going into the trading session after I request the previous set of payouts. But with that being said, again, currently sitting in this position on my 5 Lucid accounts, fresh XFAs, and my 5 Top Step fresh XFAs. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Hopefully this trade hits, would be super nice, but if not, we will be break even, and yeah, maybe we get a trade in the New York AM tomorrow, who knows. But with that being said, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. All right, y'all, it is the next morning, and unfortunately we did get break even, but fortunately we got a re-entry. We just ran up a ton. I don't know why we are rejecting right now, but I'm currently break even, so we will see. I mean, if this gets break even, bro, that's gay, man. Like, why are we failing to go to all-time highs? But we will see. All right, y'all, so that past position got break even, and now we are in one last shot to all-time highs. It's looking promising right now, but the fact that we have rejected it already once sketches me out a little bit. But we went down, tagged this hourly, took a loose reaction, and it is looking decent right now, but we will see. So I'll keep you guys updated. All right, y'all, we are getting close, so I'm about to head to the gym. I can't stress this enough. I'm literally sweating right now, but if we do go up, I just moved my take profit to a little bit below all-time highs. Because realistically, I can only max payout at a 20K payout, so there's no really need to hold that for that much. So I'm just TPing at 4K across the 10 accounts. So I swear if this gets break even, I'm probably gonna cry, but I'll catch you guys. And obviously you'll probably see my social medias if this hits or not. So gonna go to the gym, try not to think about it too much, but I'm stressing. I am stressing. All right, boys, the trade ended up banging, I tell you. So here you see 4K across my 5 Lucid accounts, and then 4K across my 5 Top Step accounts as well, which will lock in the next $20,000 payout. Oh my gosh, was this the most stressful trading week I have ever had in my entire life? And like an emotional roller coaster like I have never had. I mean, Monday, boom, last winning day. Pretty stressful. Last winning day, you guys know how that goes. Got it. Tuesday, requested the 20,000. Wednesday, take a winning trade that would lock me in the next payout. Daily loss limit was on. Wicked out for a $500 loss and a winning trade. Oh my gosh, I'm going to lose my mind. Thursday, I take a swing position overnight where I'm not able to manage properly, and I wake up in drawdown and I blow my accounts. Great. Amazing. From $20,000 in my hands to blown accounts. Thursday, the same exact day, I half passed 10 more accounts, 5 Top Step, 5 Lucid. Thursday night in Asia, I full passed those 10 accounts. So now within the same 24 hours, I am back on 10x FAs. And then Friday morning, today, I smack a trade for $40,000 and will lock me in the next $20,000 payout, which will put me at $40,000 in payouts for the month of May, and a good start to the car fund. So, oh my gosh, was I getting no sleep all week? Was I stressing? Was my cortisol at all-time highs? Yes, but fuck. You just gotta love the game. And as much as I was literally like on edge all week, it paid off. Results, and this is why this is why I do it. This is why I challenge myself every single day to push the limits, to hold trades, to size heavy, because I know the reward is exactly this. So, although it might have been an insane week, we are ending off with a banger $40,000 trade to secure the next set of payouts. Obviously, I will still need my winning days next week, but still, I just set my daily loss limit for like $150 and we lock it in. So with that being said, I'm gonna take you with me for my Friday evening after a week like this, and then at the end of the video, we'll recap every single trade I took. So let's go.
Man, still the game is at a standstill. How am I the man still? How am I the man still? I might call a pan still. Tell them bring the can still.
Still, tell them bring the rider, get my roll on. Big time a tingle, get your roll on. Tell them basic bitches they can hold on. I'm at the hazy in the lobby with my robe on.
All right, let's get it. Time to drop some sauce and go over every single trade I took this week for the $40,000 week. Let's get it. So first trade was Monday night, which accounted for Tuesday's day, and this is the trade that secured me the first set of payouts. So let's get into it. What are we noticing, right? We are noticing, okay, we are overall in bearish structure. Okay, now, yes, we're all-time high trading, but what is the objective? We are making this bearish structure too. Let's take a look at the weekly time frame. Okay, what do you see? We have a massive weekly imbalance, and that is the only logical draw that we have, right? There's no real reason to target anything lower than this. We have this weekly here, and clearly we are trending bearish, going towards it. So with that in mind, what am I expecting? I'm expecting this high to hold. I do not necessarily think we need to go up and resweep that before going down to this weekly and previous day low, right? So we opened higher on the day, and I took a trade like this dead similar last week as well. So right, we open up higher. I'm expecting this to be a protected high. We don't really need to resweep that in order to go lower. And let's look at the hourly time frame. What do we have, right? Obviously, my draw on liquidity is all the way down here, but I'm not targeting an entire move for a winning day, right? So I kind of just took the trade here to this unmitigated hourly, and it was really the same exact trade as last week as well. So what do you see, right? We open higher, we kind of tag into this area up here, and then what do you see? You see a instantaneous rejection of this internal high, right? So that's kind of first step of my entry sequence. Okay, draw on liquidity on the higher time frame is overall lower. The in reason draw on liquidity is this unmitigated hourly, and also we had the new day opening gap fill. We edged the new day opening gap fill. So kind of two confluences for my draw on liquidity were the new day opening gap fill, unmitigated hourly, and to give me conviction was bang, bearish structure. We go up, we sweep this internal high, instantly reject it. Now I'm not going to just enter off that rejection because I need to see something that tells me that we're not going to go up and resweep that high in order to stop me out and then go lower, right? So what is that for me? I just look for a kind of failure swing in price, and price to go up, fail to retake that high, and then if that move is immediately invalidated by a displacement leg, that is my trigger to take it to the overall draw on liquidity, right? So this was exactly this. Bearish structure, overall objective, the weekly kind of low-hanging fruit in a sense. My draw was this unmitigated hourly and new day opening gap fill, rejection of this internal high, failure to go up and resweep it, immediately sold back off by a extremely strong closing 5-minute displacement candle, bang, rock stops at this wick high, and wrote it down to the hourly, and we got our last winning day, as you see here. Bang. So there you have it. This was Monday night's trade, the trade that pretty much secured me the first set of payouts. Then obviously Tuesday was this accounted for Tuesday, so I did not trade Tuesday. So let's go to Wednesday, and Wednesday was the day that the great massacre happened of the daily loss limit. Okay, so now let's take a look at what Wednesday was looking like. So we go down, we end up sweeping out the weekly on Tuesday. So now I'm like, bet. We are in clear bearish structure all the way, and then what do you see? The second we take that objective is boom, an instantaneous reaction, and that is kind of my first idea that we are not going to go down and resweep this low that we put in the weekly. I'm expecting this to be the low of the week before delivering to all-time highs, which did happen over the course of the week. But bias going into Wednesday, and I literally stayed up all night long to get this entry. So boom, we reject the weekly low, and now I kind of have a few conditions that I need to happen in order to give me an entry, right? First and foremost, we have this hourly right here, because in PM on Tuesday we ended up pumping up relatively hard, and we left behind this hourly. So what am I looking at? I'm looking at price to just constantly, so ES was a bit more bearish than NQ at this point. ES was down here, NQ is a bit higher. So firstly, I'm trading the bullish index, and what do you see here? You see wick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see 5 wicks that are just failing to go lower. Okay, that is kind of confluence number 2, right? Confluence number 1 was boom, we rejected the weekly overall. Kind of market structure is, I'm assuming, to us to flip bullish and just run all, and also on top of it, look at all of these highs. Look at all of these highs. We had just straight low resistance to the upside, as you see that we had kind of just all those lower highs put in order to get down to the weekly. So we have low resistance to the upside, rejecting the weekly, and in order for the kind of entry point, what do you see? Wick. We are like failing so hard to go back down and take out previous day low. So I'm like, bet, I'm assuming previous day low to hold. And then what do you also see? Kind of the same exact entry confluence I used for the previous trade on Monday night was just a failure swing to the downside. What do you see on this bearish candle closure right here? I would say it's a relatively strong candle closure, right? You see a sell-off, boom, start wicking, and then you see a strong candle closure back down towards previous day low. And what do you see? You see that move fail as well. So now it's just kind of applying the same continuation ideology. I just need that move, that retracement leg to be invalidated, obviously pairing with the drawn liquidity higher, which was previous day high, which was right here. Bang, once this retracement leg is invalid, I am willing to enter this trade, and that is exactly what I did. So bang, right here, I entered off this hourly candle closure targeting previous day high, and I was plotting on this trade since we were fucking trending towards the weekly, right? You see, boom, we're going towards it, we're leaving all this low resistance, we tag it and reject it, and I'm like, bet there's no way I'm not getting my entry, and we end up getting it, right? Wicks, just showing bullish structure, and then boom, the retracement leg, this hourly right here, gets invalidated with two very strong candle closures on the hourly. Bang, I rock my stop at this hourly body low, expecting this hourly to flush higher, and obviously you guys know what happened. But I was sitting in this trade all night long. I stayed up all night long watching, managing, watching, managing. I maintained my stops down here because I knew we did have the possibility of going down to hit this hourly and deliver higher, which we did. But as you know, unfortunately, my daily loss limit was triggered at 028. Let's see where 028 was. It was fucking somewhere within here, but I literally got triggered for minus $500, as you guys saw in the video, and was down $500 on the day, and the trade ended up playing out beautifully. So imagine that. I stay up all night long, get the entry I want, the play, like the trade plays out perfectly, but yet we take a loss. But this is the trade I took on Wednesday. Absolutely beautiful. I ended up entering at like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. But that shit was worth it because it was a goated entry, but I didn't get a goated reward. But regardless, this is what I took, and that is the reasoning behind why I took the trade. So now let's get into Thursday's trade, which is the trade that ended up blowing my accounts on, which was also very unfortunate. So this is the high I was targeting going into Thursday. Now let's look at the 4-hour time frame, which was why I took the trade. So let's look at this 4-hour right here. Can I go to replay mode? Nice. Okay, so let's look at this, right? We have still low resistance to the upside, including all-time highs. My overall draw for the week is all-time highs, and obviously in order to get there, we need to run these highs as well, right? So with that in mind, I'm looking at what kind of structure we have below us. We have this unmitigated hourly that we made in the previous session. Okay, I'm now looking at this now. Let me ask you guys, if we're going to go higher on the day, where are we most likely going to deliver from? We are most likely going to trade lower off the Sunday open. I mean, not the Sunday open. We're mostly going to trade lower off the Asia open, most likely mitigate into this 4-hour, and then overall deliver higher. I'm expecting higher prices throughout Asia, London, New York, PM. I was placing my bet that this 4-hour would hold and we would deliver higher at some point during the day, right? And exactly that happened, but in a weird manner. So boom, I literally just I pretty much just limited this 4-hour gap right here because I was just placing my bet that it was like the most simple executed trade of all time. This 4-hour will deliver price higher. End all be all, that is the actual that is literally the only reason why I entered the trade. Obviously, we're rejecting the weekly. We are continuously holding 4-hour structure. Boom, we wicked into this gap, instantly rejected. So I took a good assumption that we could most definitely wick into this gap and then deliver higher as well. So that is why I took the trade, and I actually got literally like 10 points away from getting stopped out because look at this. We wick all the way down. So my stop was, pretty much entered right here. My stop was at this 4-hour body low, and I played it to this high for a 1 to 1.5 R. I was risking 1.5K per account, which was my entire drawdown, to make 2.5K per account and target this high right here. So I ended up, this is where I cooked myself. I ended up adding in, once we started flipping higher here, I ended up adding in, and then I went to bed because we were yet to hit the break-even point. I go to bed, and I'm like, bro, there's no way we make it all the way down here, right? So now since my initial entry was right around here, my kind of new entry trailed to up here, and I was like, bro, surely we just continue trading higher. This is a beautiful flip. If we're looking at the hourly, it looked A plus. Look at this hourly candle closure. I was like, bro, I can go to bed feeling pretty confident about this trade. I was expecting to wake up to take profit, but what do I wake up to? Let's take a look at this. Boom, we end up flushing above and edging it by 20 points. We end up edging by 20 points overnight. Like literally, bro. Yeah, 22 points. We edged that high, and then for some reason we ended up going lower off the market open. Boom, I got stopped out of the trade for my 1.5k loss. Blew my accounts, and we delivered at like 3 p.m. in the afternoon. I was like, bro, this has to be rage bait. But regardless, that is why I took the trade. It's really, again, this was just a very choppy, it was a relatively poor delivery, but for the entry in itself, right? Like when you see trending markets overall, like trading out of the weekly, strong draw higher, like I am willing to actively put size on trades and actively take advantage of these situations, because I don't know about you guys, but the market has been fucking prime. It has been prime. I have been absolutely loving price catching relatively big moves in the market. So I was very open to just kind of taking a very simple play based out of this 4 hour here, expecting higher prices. Unfortunately, we were not able to get the result we wanted to, and I was not really able to manage my trade up there and ended up getting stopped out. But that is the trade I took on Thursday based out of the 4 hour. Now I took 3 trades. I took 3 trades on Friday. As you guys remember, I showed you all those clips. So let's get into it, right? So Friday, my overall draw is all-time highs. So the all-time highs is very in reason. Boom, right here. Going into Friday, we were roughly like 200 or so points away from all-time highs, and that is very in reason with the current market volume. With the current market volume we have. So again, same exact ideology as the prior day, based out of the 4 hour, but this one was just based out of the hourly time frame. So what do you see, right? We end up gapping higher off open, not gapping higher, we end up just trading higher off open and creating this hourly. Now, same exact idea as this 4 hour. I'm expecting this hourly to deliver price to all-time highs. Very straightforward, right? In a trending market, once you see a relatively big imbalance and price just continuously putting in those lows, holding, putting in those lows, holding, I was willing to place a bet that this hourly delivers price higher, because I didn't really see any reason for price to go lower than this point. So let's look at the actual entry in itself. So we end up going down, tagging into this hourly. Boom, we tag into this hourly, and the actual entry in itself was the same ideology as the trade on Monday. Literally the same exact entry system. So what do you see, right? You see, boom, we go down, we throw a relatively aggressive rejection wick into this bullish hourly that I'm expecting to deliver price higher. And then what do you see? You see a strong candle closure on the 15-minute time frame back towards that rejection low that we put into the markets, and you see us fail to go down and re-sweep that level. So what does that tell me? That tells me, okay, that is going to be the low that we put in before delivering higher. And what do I need in order to execute that trade is just invalidation of that retrace sequence, invalidation of that leg down that we were going or wanted to go down and take out that low, but obviously failed to, right? So I entered off this 15-minute candle closure right here, stops at the low that I'm expecting to hold. If you wanted to, you could get away with doing this, but again, I am placing my bet that this is going to be the low of the day, and I don't want to get wicked out on some silly something like this, you know. So I just played stops down there, and it was definitely a bit of a higher R play, roughly 1 to 5 R. But again, just mitigating stops to break even once we retook Asia high, expecting price to flush, because looking to the left here, I believe I showed you guys in the video, like once we started trading above this area right here and we actually closed above it, I did not necessarily see any reason for price to not go to all-time highs from that point. So regardless, once we took Asia highs, that is my break-even point, and we did that, and unfortunately we did not deliver from that point. Ended up getting break-even on that trade. So now let's go to trade number 2, where I ended up waking up at roughly 8 a.m. in the morning, and I saw this beautiful setup playing out, and I smacked that shit. So again, what are you seeing? Trending market, all-time highs, clearly bullish structure is maintaining. I'm like, bet, I want to take advantage of this. I'm expecting price to take all-time highs today. So what do you see? We go down, we end up putting in a wick. So we had this wickless hourly right here, and that is really the only reason I could fathom we needed to go lower. And what do you see? A literal instantaneous rejection from it. So what do you see? We go down, we put in a wick to this fucking hourly, and then you see an immediate reaction with all-time highs rushing above, expecting New York AM to deliver to all-time highs, obviously. So what do I need to see? Again, a very straightforward continuation trade, just a simple invalidation of the retrace sequence. And what do you see here? Bang. I just entered off this 15-minute candle closure pre-market, expecting this to be the low that we put in. I'm not expecting us. We don't really need to go down and re-sweep this low in order to go higher. We have already swept out London. We have already swept out Asia, and we have put in a wick to this hourly right here, and you saw an instantaneous rejection. Boom, 15-minute invalidating this retrace sequence. Entry, stops going break even at London high. And unfortunately, this trade got break even as well. I thought there was surely no way we were going to edge all-time highs, but we did. So entered off this candle closure, bang, stops at this hourly low, expecting that to be the low that we put in before delivering. Off market open, boom, we make it all the way up here, and unfortunately, edge all-time highs, and I get break even on this position as well. Now I'm looking at price saying, okay, I still do think we can muster it up going to all-time highs. And again, let's look at price. What is going, like, same exact idea. When we're in a trending market, you should expect the prominent lows that we put into the market, those should hold. Again, it is plain and simple. Trending market you take advantage of, because you can take a very good assumption that those lows are going to hold, right? So what am I saying here? Okay, yeah, we failed to take all-time highs, but what do we now have? We have this bullish hourly that I'm expecting to hold, and us not to go down and re-sweep this hourly low. So I'm telling myself, if we trade back down into that hourly and then get a very clean reaction, then I am willing to execute this trade, because I do think, as you saw yesterday as well, because I literally got fucking stopped out on that trade yesterday. What do you see? We go down and these lows end up holding. Bullish market, we edge lows and we continuously put in lower highs. I mean, yeah, lower highs, whatever it is. But still, same exact ideology here. We put in this low, and I'm expecting this to not get reswept, and if we go down here, I'm expecting this to be another low we put in and then deliver to all-time highs. So let's look at that on the 5-minute time frame. I'm patiently waiting to see if price actually reaches back to that point, and we do. Let me just mark it out on the hourly right here. Bang. Let's look at this on the 5-minute time frame. We go down, and then boom, you see that flip. We go down to the hourly, and you see a very aggressive rejection wick right here, and that is quite literally what I entered off of, and just playing my stop at this hourly low. So if I did just kind of take a loose reaction. I took it off the 1-minute time frame flip down here, but pretty much same exact thing, just on the lower time frame kind of base entry. We go down, sweep out this. We are rejecting out of the bullish hourly. I'm expecting this low to hold, so I entered off this first flip right here. That gave me obviously the first indication that we were going to reject that area. Then boom, just rocking stop all the way at this hourly low. And I was originally, as you guys remember in the video, I was originally targeting all-time highs, but then, so all-time highs would have been 4.8K per account. And then I was kind of telling myself, like, let's be a bit realistic. The max payout is $20,000. So do I really need to hold to 4.8K per account? Not really. So I took this trade here, and I mitigated my risk to break even once we tagged into this bearish 15, and bang, expecting price to just run higher from this point, and we end up just continuously chugging, and then again, like I said, I just move my stops. I mean, I move my take profit to whatever 4K per account was, and I'm not gonna lie, I got really lucky. I generally got really lucky, because wherever my 4K per account take profit was literally the high of the day. Watch this, right? So boom, stops break even once we hit that unmitigated 15, expecting price to flush higher. We do flush higher, end up chopping around a little bit, and then we deliver to my, again, look at this. We deliver to just my take profit, which was just shy of all-time highs, and we ended up edging all-time highs and just filling me at the 4K per account right there, and ended up selling off later in the PM session, which did not really make sense to me. Again, I expected price to run all-time highs, but I guess we wanted to wait until next week's open, because as you saw, we gapped up like crazy and retook all-time highs. But that is every single trade I took on the week. So hopefully you guys took something from that, learned something, kind of why I take trades, why I enter, regardless, yada yada yada. So with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah. So obviously this week I need to lock in, get my winning days to secure this next set of payouts. But with that being said, if you guys would like to join the free Discord, it is the first link in the description. And if you guys want accounts with Alpha Futures, code Jack will give you the biggest possible discount. And if you like this series, of course, subscribe to see me get my dream car. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.